right, so we're going to talk about vervain. I'm not sure if I knew much about this herb before. I was actually visiting the islands and was looking for real tea for my mom, and I came across the tea bags and I was like, what? Anyway, so I got her some and I started researching and got some for my in-laws. Well, I came back to the States and I gave her the tea bag, and she says, well, we have that plant on one of our property and it's taking over the whole place. And my husband is going to cut it down. Of course, I ran over there and started hacking what I could get and then begging them not to cut it down. But this herb, although there's not a lot of, how do I say, scientific research using humans, there's quite a lot that is said about it, nevertheless. Most of the studies that I was able to find about it are done in the labs with rats. So I hope that after this little health nugget, you'll take a look some more at it. My favorite verse as it relates to what I'm presenting is from Psalm 104, verse 14. It says, He causeth grass to grow for the cattle and herb for the service of man, that he may bring forth food out of the earth. So what is vervain? What I found is that there are many different species, up to 250. The blue vervain originated in North America, and the common European vervain is native to Europe. It belongs to the Verbenaceae family. Now, vervain is known by many common names, including verbena, Verbena officinalis, holy herb of the cross. This one was interesting because of how they link it to Jesus's crucifixion. Blue porterweed, blue snakeweed, bastard vervain, Brazilian tea, Jamaica vervain, light blue snakeweed, and worry vine, as it is known in St. Croix. Vervain contains some active compounds, and this, they say, helps with the medicinal properties. These compounds like iodide, glycosides, flavonoids, and tannins, essential oils, and alkaloids, and these contribute to the anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, and the calming effects of the herb. The purposes are so many. I found so many, and these are a few of them. Used for swelling of the spleen, calms nervous disorders, clears congestion of throat and chest, reduce fevers, cleanses the blood, increases the healing of wounds, effective in eliminating intestinal worms, stimulates the bile, aids digestion, protects from liver damage, used for insomnia, which is what I use it for now, relieves menstrual discomforts, and helps with depression. So we'll look at a few of the benefits here. I like this one, inflammation. Inflammation is at the root of many chronic diseases. And it's the belief of many that if we can deal with the inflammation problem, then of course we can help with some of those chronic diseases. This research was published in the international journal called Planta Medica, and they looked at the effects of a number of vervain extracts when they were given orally to animal subjects. Now, what they found was that all of the extracts that were looked at, they induced a remarkable anti-inflammatory activity. They observed that the extracts has the ability to also reduce gastrointestinal damage. So along with the inflammation, also dealing with gastrointestinal damage or assisting with that. Possess anti-tumor benefits. The test tube studies showed that the compounds found in the herb may help retard tumor growth and can give rise to the death of cancerous cells. Protection for nerve cells. Again, the extract may benefit certain neurological or brain-related conditions. And a study, again, conducted using rats, showed that a compound glycoside verbenylin, also called cornin, may significantly improve brain damage following a stroke. Help reduce anxiety and convulsions. Animal studies have confirmed the effectiveness of using vervain as a remedy for anxiety and convulsions. The herb has also been used in folk medicine as a relaxant or nerve tonic. For its antimicrobial activity, a study showed that it may protect against antibiotic resistant bacteria and fungi. And this is something that is coming up where we're seeing a lot of issues where fungus or bacteria are now resistant to antibiotics. Okay. In one test tube study, the essential oil from Vervain was tested against 2 fungi and 7 strains of bacteria. And what they found was that it hindered the growth of all microorganisms in a dose-dependent manner, meaning the higher the dose, the higher the antimicrobial effect. This I pulled from the National Library of Medicine. So interesting, right? Regarding depression, it says it is a highly prevalent disorder in modern society. It is characterized by agitation, insomnia, mood disorders, lack of concentration, and a feeling of guilt. And they said that more women are affected by depression than men. Okay, they found that this condition affects nearly 120 million people worldwide. And when they did this, which was 2010, 2011, they said, or the WHO, World Health Organization, stated that it could become the leading cause of disability in 2020 following cardiovascular diseases. The main causes of depression are hormonal changes and reduction in some neurotransmitters. There are a wide range of drugs used to treat the depression, but according to them, they say those drugs are insufficient and that the antidepressant drugs have several adverse effects, such as intolerance, dizziness, dependence, so on, meaning there's more. So I looked at a study that was posted right here too, and they found it was done with rats, adult female rats. What they found was that when they administered an oral dose of 200 milligrams per kilogram of body weight of the Vervain extract, it reduced the symptoms of depression in the female rats as observed by neurobehavioral tests. So they did different tests, I think a water test where they put the rat in the water and then they recorded the reaction time for the rat to start swimming. And another one they did was in a box with these different compartments and they recorded how long it took for the rat to go to that square where the light was and how long it stayed there and all of those things. What they concluded was that the water-based extract or infusion, whether a tea, of the common vervain plant can actually have an antidepressant effect on adult rats. So how do we use it? Now, this is something I wish I knew when I went harvesting my mother-in-law's plant. You see those blossoms on there? I could have eaten that, but I did not know. So what I found is that they're saying that the flowers can be eaten, taste like mushrooms. You can add it to your salads, okay? Vervain can be taken as a tincture, as a powder. You can use it as an ointment or as a poultice. Also as an infusion, does have a little bitter kind of taste. So you can add lemongrass, peppermint, or honey to make it a little bit more palatable if you're bothered by the bitterness. Considerations, like everything else, before you use, you want to take into consideration actually your circumstances, okay? Even though Vervain is considered to be safe, precautions are very important, especially if you have underlying health conditions or if you are taking medications, okay? You want to discuss adding this herb to your routine. You want to discuss that with your medical practitioner. Also, women who are pregnant, you would want to avoid using Vervain because it can stimulate the uterus and affect the fetus. There's limited information. I was looking for the effects of it if you're breastfeeding, and there was limited information regarding that. So I would say if you're breastfeeding, you might want to stay away from using it. So how do you use it? You can use it to make a tea, 1 to 2 teaspoons of the leaves in boiling water. You steep for 5 to 10 minutes, strain and drink. And you can take that up to 3 times a day. You can also use the capsules if you're not wanting that to taste that bitter. And it's not overly bitter. You can take 2 to 3 times daily. And the essential oil, if you're looking to apply that to your skin or to use it to massage sore muscles, you want to add that to a carrier oil. And that essential oil can also be added to your diffuser. If you're using a tincture, you can take up to 30 drops in water 2 to 3 times a day. I pray that you will do some more research on this herb and see how you could incorporate it in your routine or when you're experiencing any of those illnesses that were mentioned earlier in the purpose. All right, so some of my references included Biology Insights, ChristopherObbs.com, Healthline.com, HolisticLivingSchool.org, NaturalFrenchSoap.com, and the National Library of Medicine, NIH.gov. Thank you for watching.